Well, hi, and welcome to my shop, and welcome to the first video on this latest radio. Um, all I know about it is it's a farm radio, which means you can't be plugged into the wall. It doesn't have a power supply of that sort. It really requires batteries to operate. I'm not sure what year it is. Let's see. It's an RCA Victor and Montreal, Canada. So, first thing we're going to do is we're just going to check it out really carefully here and see what's up with it. Now, it's got kind of a nice look to it, kind of the big eyes and mouth, I don't know, something like that. Interesting shape here. The cloth is in really good shape. Veneer is pretty good on the front. It's rough, but it's not broken or something like that. It's got two knobs. This one might be original. This one, I doubt it very much. They could both be changed, though. Now, the unfortunate part is this is damaged. I'm pretty sure this is celluloid, and it's gone a yellow color too, and it's also been poked here and cracked there. It's pretty dirty. Otherwise, it might, you know, if you clean these things up, sometimes these imperfections become less significant. Other times the opposite happens. They clean it up and the imperfection is even more apparent, which can be quite frustrating. So all in all, the front's not too bad looking, really. Side's pretty good. Got a chip out of the corner there, but well, this side's not so good. Lots of separation here. Yeah. So one side not so good, but you know that means it's got, you know, it looks good on that angle anyway. Just have to hide one side. So on the back here, let's get you a little closer. Well, I don't see anything too unusual jumping out at me. Pull all these wires out. These would be the battery leads, and they are in rough shape. Yeah, this is all junk. This wire, all of it. It's all junk. Here's the antenna lines, antenna leads. No obvious signs of damage. All its tubes are in place. These are 1 volt tubes, 1H5, that's a 1T5. Up here in this is a yellow diagram showing how to connect the batteries up. On this other side is there's the model number. There's the model number. Let me write it down. The model number is 94BT1. 94BT1. RCA Victor. And serial number. I'm not sure what, there's another, oh, 94BT1, same number, that's the model number there. and made in Canada, RCA Victor Company Limited, Montreal. You can see the string up there, it's intact. I get the feeling this radio has not come out of the chassis for a long time. You can see the speaker wires are cut here and here, and they've been taped back with friction tape, not electrical tape. That suggests repair done some time ago, in which they did have to take the chassis out. Rather than take the speaker down, they just cut the wires. The output transformer for the speaker is up here. It's a permanent magnet speaker, so that dates the radio, I don't know, into the 40s, I think. Well, there's a patent list over here, and the date range is 1916 to 1932. I'm not sure about the vintage of these tubes. I'm not familiar enough to say, just by looking at these, how old they might be. So, looks to me like we've got to take this radio out and have a better look at it. There's the on-off switch. It's kind of odd how that was on there. Tuning turns nice. Very nice. There we go. Knob off. Okay, let's see how this radio's held in. It's quite light. No transformer in it. 1, 2, missing 3 screws. Okay, that doesn't sound too tough. Must have been a big day back whenever, when radios no longer required batteries to operate. It's something we take totally for granted, that the only reason you'd have a battery operated radio is because you wanted a battery operated radio, because we've always had our choice since I've been alive. There was a time where if you wanted a radio, it had to run from batteries. And those batteries are expensive. Yeah, I think we just turn on our radio anytime we want, leave it on all we like, and fall asleep with it on and everything. And man, if you had batteries that were expensive, you'd take a whole different approach. Okay, here comes the third screw. Now, I haven't cut those speaker wires. It looks like only 2 screws holding the speaker in. 2 nuts, rather. Doesn't look too tough to take the speaker out. How stiff are these? They're pretty long. Pretty stiff. I think I'd be more comfortable leaving the speaker in there. So I think I'm going to do that. So. Put that like that. Just 1 second here while I get this set. This is bad how I've done it here. Wait a second. Wait a second. Come on, I know a camera trick. I know a camera trick. There it is. So what I don't want to do is just get in and hack away at these wires without thinking a little bit about it first. For instance, I'm thinking they're soldered under there, but I don't know. I wonder if I can peel this off. Get a look at it. I think I can, yeah. You know, if I can open the original connection, that's good. Yes, they're soldered. That's good. These wires are not really restrained, and this one's kind of found its way into a bad spot, kind of rubbing up on the tuning capacitor wheel there. Some kind of strange concoction here on this coil. How they've done that, that's unusual. Okay, so good idea. I'll just unsolder those. Once again, my tendency to find the easiest way to do things pays off. Come on, come on, come on. Come on, don't make me pull too hard now. There it goes. Perfect. Just think, eh? Some guy like me soldered those together who knows how long ago. Put that tape on there. Probably saying to himself, well, that'll be good for another 25 years. It's probably 40 years ago. That doesn't seem right. This does not seem right here. So, something funny about that. Okay, anyway, we're ready to bring out the chassis now. You can always clip lead the speaker back onto the circuit. All this wire is just useless junk, so I might as well just cut it away now. Just leave a little bit sticking out here. What's going on there? What the heck? Sorry, I'm not quite seeing this. I should be able to just nip these wires. Boom, boom, boom. There goes one. But they put up quite a fight. Oh. Yeah, that's what I expect. Just a nice pop like that. Okay. We'll want to preserve these connectors. I mean, they're part of the radio, right? We don't want to throw those away. Let's get rid of some of the dust here too before we go any further. Ooh. Okay. I think this is going to come right out, no problem at all. A little dusty in there. Yeah, lots of yucky dirt and dust there. Yeah, let's get that vacuum going again here. Boy. Okay. I see these evil capacitors. Here's one, here's one, here's one. I can already see this one's full of cracks. Well, I didn't say full of cracks, but I can see a crack in it here. These guys don't look too good to me. None of them. None of them. This thing looks replaced by somebody, but it could easily be a dud also. Resistors, who knows? There's not many of them. They may be okay, they may not. I see from the style of them, though, this is a 30s radio now. That's what I'm thinking. 1930s something radio. I'm not sure. I can't date things that accurately, but I get the impression it's probably around there. It doesn't look like it's taken a really bad beating or anything. It's just been living a lonely life, all by its lonesome. So we're certainly not going to try to power it up. This isn't something I can plug in. I have to supply power to run the filaments, and also a separate power to charge up the tubes with some B+. Hey, look at this. Look at this. Look at. You know what I'm pulling out of here? It's the speaker leads. They plug in. Oh man. Okay, was anybody yelling that at me while I was desoldering these wires? So, and I followed in the footsteps of my predecessor, right over the cliff. Yeah, there it is. No harm done. No harm done. Just my ego once again takes a beating. So it looks somebody's written 1A7, it looks like. I get the feeling that this is a replaced tube, just because the base is different from these. Well, I can't see this one yet. And being 1-volt filament tubes, they're a little bit fragile in the sense that you can't fool around too much. These tubes probably have filaments in series, and that might be told. The story might be told by this battery guide here. Let's see. The A battery is a 1.5-volt battery, and there's 2 B batteries that look like they're in series. So I think a B battery is typically. How come there's 2 diagrams in here? There's 2 diagrams. B battery connections, A and B plug-in type batteries, top view. Battery connections, A terminal type battery, A plug cutoff, B plug-in type batteries. And the diagrams look pretty darn similar. But anyway, the A battery is shown to be 1.5 volts. So what that tells me is that all these tubes are in parallel, and we can fire them up with just a regular 1.5 volt battery, or even use my DC shop supply, although 1.5 volts is pretty low. It's pretty low for my supply to control, but we could try that. But first, I really think we got to get rid of those capacitors. So I think that's what will be on the next video, is just getting rid of some of these capacitors and other parts before doing anything else. Because the rest of the radio looks fine. Should probably check the continuity of the coils here. See, how many times do I end the video? I ended 10 times here. My voltmeter. Okay. the lighting a little bit better here for myself. Hey, what's going on there? We do have an open coil. Is that possible? Don't tell me that. That reads good. Just a little hard to see the meter, but I'm not sure how the pins work on this coil here. Let's change this a little bit. Oh, there we go. Okay, that coil seems to have lots of conductivity in it. How about this guy? What is this anyway? Don't seem to be getting anything. There's something. There we are. There we are. So 3 terminals sticking out of the bottom of this coil. I'm not sure I understand why there would only be 3 terminals on a coil like that. There's 4 over here. It's 5 actually going over here. So I just don't know what's happening inside those cans. Cool. Aha! On the top. Okay, well I don't have any reason really to doubt those coils are good. It's a good thing to test them, because if they're bad, if you do discover they're bad, then you got to think twice about going any further with the radio, because they'll have to be fixed or replaced. That's not easy to do. So I think that's all we can do with this guy right now. Oh, doesn't that look nice? That is just beamingly shiny. Fantastic. And that's hidden behind that terribly yellowed, what I think is celluloid cover. It's just hiding a beautiful looking radio. So you know what? Polish this guy up like crazy. Do something about that plastic window. And this radio will look fantastic. It really will. So that's it. So thanks a lot for watching. And we'll see you on the next video. The next video, I think I might have a bit of a surprise. I got a new piece of equipment from my shop that we can take a look at. Thanks for watching. See you later.